All right, hi everyone. Welcome to a quick look at DLSS, the new options added to No Man's Sky in the latest update. We're going to roll through the 5 different options that I compare here, and we're going to look for quality. An arrow is going to appear here over the area of the game I'm looking at. You can see we're in TAA, anti-aliasing right now. And now we flip over to DLSS quality, which is darn near the same. It's fair. You can see a little bit of degradation in quality, but not much. We flip over here to balanced, and you can see the pixelation gets a little worse. Performance, it gets a little worse still. And then when we go to ultra performance, not only does that get bad, but the fern right behind me here gets really blurry. You might have to replay this a couple of times to see the different images. Here's the roll through all 5 modes again. As you look at each of these samples, a few of these have birds flying. You can see how the quality of the birds in the distance goes downhill. You can also focus on the rocks or some of the plants in the distance and see how the quality goes down. And now, after this, I wanted to compare the quality really quick. And now, let's get into frame rates. Now, this is on my card. It's an RTX 3080. This works on any RTX card, the 20 series and the 30 series. And this will show how the DLSS can improve frame rates and not degrade quality that much. So here's the graphics options. Everything here is ultra. This is 8. GTAO is ultra. This is if you choose the ultra preset, which I'm not going to do because it's going to tell me I have to restart the game. And anti-aliasing, this is where you set DLSS. Anti-aliasing is set to TAA. So this is the highest quality settings, in my opinion, that you can get right now. So we see a clump of paraffinium over there, and we see the trees in the background. And unlike the other test where we're just comparing quality, here I want to see if we get any benefit in the frame rate. So I'm going to turn on what they call benchmarking here. You'll see now that we're taking the average frame rate and we're looking at the 1% lows. And I'm basically going to jetpack around to try to stress the game out here. And we'll jetpack back and forth. I already forget where I put my save beacon, but right, and you can see the 1% lows. Look, see there, we dropped to 56, and I believe what happens there's the save beacon, is when it drops to 56 there, all the way down to 53, is it's drawing the grass. And this is not this is a paradise planet, but it's not considered a grassy planet. A grassy planet, the frame rates are even lower. And let's turn DLSS on, and let's stick it to ultra performance. So this should be the fastest mode, and also the worst quality. So in this mode, you already see blurs around the textures, and that looks pixelated. That clump over there looks pixelated. So let me restart the frame rate benchmarks. There we go. And you can already see the frame rate's up to 104. The CPU is working at 82%. And what I want to see, if I could actually get a good jump here, what I want to see is if I can keep the 1% lows above 60 FPS here. And no, we dropped down to 58 again. So I think that's game related. I don't think that's DLSS related. It does help, right? We didn't drop down to the 54 or whatever. There's 57, 56. Yeah, so that's game optimization related. I don't think that has anything to do with DLSS. But you can see that, especially in the distance, the textures are all blurry because they're showing them at a lower resolution. From ultra performance, we'll change to quality, which is the best DLSS mode. And frankly, hard to tell the difference between DLSS quality and the TAA, anti-aliasing method. There, immediately everything's sharper and clearer. And let's reset the benchmarks again, and then fly back and forth and see if we get any better performance. You can see the 3080 is up to 96%, and that's basically because of the unconstrained frame rate. Although the best frame rate I'm getting in this mode is what the average is 88, and the 1% lows are all the way down in the 50s. So yeah, it's just an optimization issue with the game. But what I'm most concerned about is the usage, because when I'm recording, I don't want the 3080 usage to go much above 80% if at all possible. Otherwise, you can get lag in the recording. So let me go ahead and turn Vsync on. All right, this is going to lock it to my monitor's refresh rate, which is 60. So frame rate is 60, average is 60, 1% low should be very close to 60 unless it actually drops below. You can see that the RTX 3080 usage has gone down to 64%. So that's what I'm looking for. When I'm making recordings, I'm looking for the lowest usage and the best quality. And we're still in all ultra mode, so we're getting the benefit of the draw distance increase. You can see the 1% lows are down to 53, but again, I think that's the game. I don't think that's avoidable. That's the game doing something to draw. And yeah, the usage went up to 73%, but for the most part, it's staying well below 80%, which is what I want. Right in this spot right here, we're getting, my CPU usage is 62%. Let's go ahead and change this back to TAA. And you can see it's a little higher. It's 68%. There's 70. Do we go above 70? There's 72. Not sure exactly what is happening here, but I don't see anything. 75, 69, 62. Let's change it back to DLSS quality, where I had it before. And yeah, now we're down in the 50s. We were not down in the 50s with TAA. So that definitely makes a difference, and it's hard to see. So if you had, say, a 2060 or a 2070 or a 2080, because it works on any RTX card, I think DLSS quality certainly gives you very near the same high quality image with lower GPU usage, which means you could probably get higher frame rates. And then if you go to balance, and in those comparisons, balance was also hard to see a difference. I can't see a difference, you know, without comparing. But, you know, this certainly did a really good job. I mean, the planet looks good. And we're, you know, the frame rate, well, I have the frame rate locked now, but everything seems really smooth. The ship landing up there. The ship's a little pixelated, but it's not bad. The distortion looks realistic, honestly, for me, for my eyes anyway. Now, you need to be watching this in 1440 to really see any difference anyway. The GPU usage here is down in the 50s, so yeah. So DLSS, I guess, gets a thumbs up from me. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make on, say, a 20 series RTX card, but it might. I think it's definitely worth a try. And you know what to look for. Look for, like, jagged edges and such in the distance, or actually, you know, pixelated. The grass and stuff gets really pixelated, and down at ultra performance, it gets really blurry. But, you know, if it's the difference between making the game playable and unplayable, you know, it's worth a try. All right. Not a very exciting video unless you were really wondering what DLSS was like, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.